Okay, I think we're live, guys. I think we're live. Let's go live on Facebook as well. And let's see if Facebook's working. Live video is starting. If you guys are here, please let me know. Please let me know if you're here, so that way I can see you and I can talk with you, and we can just do it all. How about that? Let's do it all. What's going on, guys? Christopher, Pew, James, hurry live. We got Ronald, we got David, we got Rebecca, Winston, Byron, Mikey, Dave, Chris, Gerardo, Mike, Pete, Jamil. Excellent. Let me take a look at these comments on Facebook as well. Let's go ahead and get Instagram going as well. We are going all the way today. We're going all the way today. Hey, is that right? Okay. And that audio is off. How we doing? What's up, Charlie? What's going on? Okay, guys, cool. So we're getting set up here. As you can see, I decided to switch it up. I put on the Wolfpack shirt. This is actually like the only one that's ever been made. So Lewis, who's done a lot of work with us, he actually has helped us design and create a lot of the O-knife coins. If you know these really awesome coins that you guys get with the knives. So he's a really good designer. So thank you, Lewis, for the Wolfpack shirt. It's absolutely a gem that I'm gonna keep forever. I'm always gonna keep this shirt because it's the only one. All right. Thank you, David. Appreciate that, man. Cool. All right, guys. Awesome. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Obviously, we don't usually go live on Wednesday, but we are live today because this is a very special Wednesday because our patriotic sale is starting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I always try, if you guys remember, I always try to go live the day the sale starts, so that way we can talk about it. You know what I mean? And it's not like there's a bunch of time in between of when we talk about it and when the sale starts. So it's easy for you guys to remember. When we do these live videos like a week before the sale, it's kind of hard. Like, it's very easy to forget it, right? I'm like, hey, we're doing this in a week. Try to remember everything I just said for a whole week. Like, nobody's going to do that, right? So it makes sense to go live, talk about stuff that you can order that night. So again, everything that I'm going to talk about today, if you haven't already ordered it with early access, which I'm sure a lot of the people in here have early access, for the people who are ordering tonight, just know that everything that I'm talking about today will be available tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time on our website, olightstore.com. Just a heads up, we are going to give away I1R2 Pros in the Patriotic Finish at the end of this video. So one of the things that's going on, guys, is we are having a lot of trouble keeping these patriotic lights in stock. As you can see, we already sold out for the diamond level early access, which was starting on Monday night. And then we also already sold out for the regular early access for silver and above, which started last night. So as you can see, when you go to the website, you're going to see that the Warrior Mini 2 is sold out. You're going to see the Secret 3 Pros sold out. The Drever scales are sold out. So because of that, to the people who are confused, a lot of people are confused about this. We hold inventory for every level of the sale. So in most major monthly flash sales, we have 3 tiers of the release. There's the diamond level and up release, which is typically a few days before. And then we have the silver and up early release, which is typically like a day, maybe 2 days before. And then we have the regular official release of the sale. So there's 3 tiers of people being able to purchase these products. The only issue right now is that we've already sold out of the stock allotment that we had for diamond level and for silver and up. So when you look at the website, I know that some people here are going to say, what the heck's going on? It's sold out. Why is he talking about this stuff? Well, I'm talking about it because starting at 8 p.m. Eastern time, it's not going to be sold out. With that said, I think all of this stuff I'm talking about today will sell out in like 10 minutes. Like I don't see this stuff lasting through the night. So if you want to buy anything that I'm showing you today, I'm just telling you, as a friend, if you want to get this stuff, please order it when the sale starts tonight. Judging by the fact that we've already sold out of these items twice and we're about to sell out a third time, you have to get this stuff when the sale starts. I'm just telling you that. Like, if you show up to the website a few hours later or tomorrow morning, you probably won't be able to buy any of this. Just being honest, okay? So keep that in mind when I'm showing you this. If you want to buy these products, buy them at 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight, okay? It's really exciting to be able to sell out of things super quickly again. As you guys know, it's been a little while since we've sold out of things like immediately when the sale starts. So it's really exciting to have that happen again. Obviously, the way that happens depends on how many of the products that we make. And so the reason why we made these in the lower quantity is because, first of all, typically the patriotic lights are lower quantity. Usually they end up becoming unicorns, like the Baton 3 that we came out with rechargeable case. We came out with that one last year, and those are really hard to get. We sold out of them really fast, and that's it. So the only way you can get them is if you buy them from a friend, or maybe you end up paying double on eBay. So this is like legit collector's item stuff when it sells out right when the sale starts. So keep that in mind with all of this. I think a big part of it too is we knocked it out of the park with these guys. They look beautiful. Here, let me see. Yeah, so this camera is working. And here is just the keychain light. I mean, this isn't even the Warrior Mini 2 and the Seeker 3 Pro just get better and better, but even just the keychain light, like, could we have done the i1R2 Pro in the patriotic theme any better? I don't think so. I mean, you got the long stripes there on the body of it, makes sense. And then we have, the back of it here with the stars there. You've got that really kind of rich matte blue finish. We've got, the whole thing is matte finish, by the way. This isn't slippery. It's not slick. It's not glossy. It's a matte finish for sure. And all of them are like that. Even the Drever scales, still a matte finish. Okay, so really cool looking light here, guys. These are 180 lumens on turbo mode. They're 5 lumens on low mode, so they have 2 modes, low and high. And they are USB Type-C rechargeable. So all you have to do is completely undo the head there. And then you're going to see that USB port right there. Obviously, when you first get them, there's going to be some oil in here, so it's not like gritty when you're first opening and closing it. And then this is also has a spring, which is nice to see, so it'll bounce open like that. So it won't be like held shut or anything, open it all the way. So that's a nice feature too. I like the spring-loaded top right there. So again, guys, 5 lumens, 180 lumens, i1R2 Pro in the patriotic finish. These look really good, guys. Luckily, I've been able to hold a few back for these giveaways. But again, they're going to be selling very, very fast. Yeah, you're exactly right, KJ. The USB charging is cool. I find it very impressive that a light this small, a tiny keychain light, and look at my pinky finger, right? It goes to the second joint of my pinky finger, right? And that's how big this light is. So it's not even as big as a pinky. And it's got that 180 lumens and USB Type-C rechargeable. Typically on small stuff like this, it's USB, like micro USB, which we all know micro USB kind of sucks compared to USB-C. It's got those little teeth on there that always break off. It's hard to fit it into the port. It's just micro USB is just inferior technology. USB Type-C is way better and faster charging too. So it's good to see that we went all the way with the USB Type-C on a freaking keychain light that costs less than 20 bucks. So these are like $19 during the sale. I will say this, the bundles are a much better deal. So again, a big reason why we do these live videos is because I'm trying to help you guys out. I'm trying to set the right expectations for these sales and when we sell this stuff. So first off, it's going to all sell out immediately. We already talked about that. Second off, where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So the bundle options are a way better deal. So when you buy this light just by itself, they're like 10% off. But if you buy it in a bundle, you can get it all the way up to 30% off along with the other items that you got it bundled with. So if you can only buy the keychain light, that's okay. But if you can get some other items from this sale, if you're able to get them before they sell out, I would suggest doing that, because not only are you getting highly desired products that look great, but also you're getting a better deal, you know? So that's something to think about when you're picking up the i1R2 Pro, is you might want to add something else in the patriotic theme to your order, so that way you'll be able to get the bundle and get the deal. All right. Cool. So right here we've got the Warrior Mini 2. It looks really good. I'm a big fan of this, the way that we did it, right? So I talk about that a lot because there's a lot of different ways that we could have done the stars and the stripes. You know, we could have done it on the back of the light. We could have done it where the stars were like around the switch as well. We could have done all kinds of things. And I just really like the way that we did it. Not only did we do it, but the way that we did it is really cool. So here is the Warrior Mini 2. I love the stripes here on the body. So pretty similar here to the i1R2 Pro. You're still getting, again, that matte finish. This is not glossy at all. You can see here that the stars are around the kind of neck of the light, and that's the part that feeds the body into it. So like the threads for the body are right here. And then the portion here with the pocket clip and the switch, we decided to not do the stars because that might be a little bit ugly, guys, with the switch. You know what I mean? And with the clip being there and all of that, and it probably end up getting scratched up anyways. So I like how we kind of paused on the stars, and then we brought them back here on the head as well. So really, really pretty. I'm a big fan of just the way that this Warrior Mini 2 is done. And the Warrior Mini 2, just in general, is a really good product anyways, because it's got 1,750 lumens. You have that tail switch, right? And then you have the side switch that can reach like 6 different settings, including a 1 lumen moonlight mode and a strobe mode. And then you have low, medium, high turbo. So you've got moonlight, low, medium, high, turbo, strobe. So you've got 6 different settings from the side switch. And then from the tail switch, you can put it into like standard mode where you can have low, high, or then you can put it into tactical mode where you have turbo, strobe. So I don't know how we could put more settings into this flashlight. Like, it's so crazy how much is going on here in a light that can easily fit in your pocket. I mean, it's not that big. This is probably around like 5 inches long. It still has that nice aggressive front bezel, but it's not too aggressive to where it's going to chew up your pocket. Here, and I'll show that to you as well. So you can see that we still have some teeth on that front bezel, but it doesn't hurt. You know what I mean? So there's still something there, but it still is excellent for EDC. You don't want a big, crazy striker bezel on an everyday carry flashlight because you're going to end up hurting your leg, okay, because it's going to be like jabbing into your leg. And then also it's going to end up chewing up the material of the pocket itself. And then you're going to have to throw away your pants because there's a big hole in your pocket. Okay, so you don't want to have that. So I really do like this front bezel. It's aggressive, but not aggressive. And again, just the matte finish is great. Another thing too that you can do is you can just pull off the little section there where you can put the finger ring, which it does come with on this one. And then we can pull off the pocket clip, and then we can put the pocket clip on the back of the light. So now you're getting that deep carry pocket clip where the flashlight is barely showing, you know? So you don't have to have this, you know, Patriot style, you know, flashlight that's sticking halfway out of your pocket, you know? It's not going to be really sticking out of your pocket at all because you can see that back loop of that clip is right there at the back of the tail cap. So I like that as well. You got a whole bunch of different ways that you can run the pocket clip Or again, you can also use the finger ring if you're in a situation where that might be helpful. Okay. It does come with a, well, does it? Yeah, it comes with a lanyard hole as well. The lanyard hole is in the pocket clip. I don't really use a lanyard myself, so that's why I don't really pay attention to that too much. But there is a hole at the top of the pocket clip that you can put a lanyard there. So if you are doing something that's like pretty active, maybe you're on a hike, maybe you have to go use the restroom in the woods, something like that, you don't want to lose the light. So I think a wrist lanyard, something like that for those purposes is good. Anyways, there's my rant, and there's all the info about the Warrior Mini 2 and the Patriotic Finish. Again, they sold out super fast during the early access. So if you want to get it, again, 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. Keep in mind, guys, because we always have at least a few people who get upset about this. To the people who've been fans of ours for years, obviously you know this. Obviously, I'm beating a dead horse when I say this, but for the newer customers, just know that we are an Eastern time zone company. So if we tell you what time something starts, understand that if you live somewhere that's not in the Eastern time zone, it's going to be a different time than what we say. So I know we got a lot of fans in California. We got a lot of West Coast fans. For you guys, 8 p.m. is actually 5 p.m., right? And so for Colorado, for the Mountain Time people, it's going to be 6 p.m. For my Central Time people, my Texas people, it's going to be 7. And then for the East Coast, like where we are, it is 8. So just keep that in mind, guys. There's going to be different times for the sales starting depending on where you live. And that's all I'll say about that. I don't have to say anything else about that. You know where you live. You know what time it is. So, but just think about that. All right. I don't want you to be like, what the heck? I thought the sale was going until midnight. And then it's like, well, no, it goes until 9 p.m. for you because you're in California, you see? So there's that. Okay, let's move on to the Seeker 3 Pro. It looks really cool, guys. I like the fact that the body is mostly red, right? So you still have the big defined stripes. So you're still definitely getting that patriotic theme. But in terms of the tail cap here, we didn't want to put the stripes going all the way down to the tail cap, obviously due to alignment. Alignment with a moving part like that onto another part in order for the lines to match up perfectly is a very difficult thing to do for thousands of pieces of a product. So we decided to only just do red on the tail cap. And then another thing about it too is we have all these lines, right? So we have all of these lines that are in the tail cap so that you have a good grip so that you can actually remove the tail cap. Because of that, it would make the lines look kind of ugly if they were going through all of these super defined lines that are there in order to give you a grip on the tail cap. So I think it was a great choice to only do the tail cap in red. From a manufacturing standpoint, it makes a lot of sense to only do that in red. Again, with the body here as well, where it shows the like the switch area, I guess you could call it. I like to call it kind of the neck of the flashlight. But you can see here again, if we had those stripes coming up, man, they would be so ugly going through those big grooves right there. Like that wouldn't look good. So again, I think it was a good choice to only do the stripes on the actual battery tube versus it being on the neck right here or the tail cap. And then of course, for the top of the light, we have all these heat sinks. Well, obviously we're not going to put stars inside of heat sinks. That doesn't make any sense. But the heat sinks obviously have to be there because this light is 4,200 lumens, you know? So we decided to put all of the stars in 3 rows right here on the very top of the head of the light. Okay. Another thing too I want to mention about this is that the body of the Seeker 3 Pro is very similar to the Seeker 2 Pro. So you can see here, here's a Seeker 2 Pro. Say cheese, I will show it to you very soon. I'm currently showing all of this stuff to the YouTube and Facebook page. I'll show it to you guys soon. Just bear with me. I'm showing things to a different camera. Okay, so here's the Seeker 2. And then here is the body with the finger grooves. And you can see how it's very similar. Okay, so here, I'll go ahead and show it to you guys here on Instagram as well. So again, we have the red tail cap lines in the body, and then it's red again on the neck where the switch is, and then we have the blue there, and then on top of the heat sinks is where we have the stars. Okay, so all I was trying to explain is the design of the light. It doesn't make sense to do the coloring or the patterns any other way, because we don't want to have the stripes look bad by going through all of this other intricate like machining work, because then it's just going to be kind of ugly. It's not going to fit right. And then also, you know, we want to leave the heat sinks alone. We don't want to try and fit stars like inside of the heat sinks. Like that's not going to look right. It's going to look cheap and ugly too. So I know we've had people commenting on that. They're like, well, why didn't they do it on the tail cap? Why didn't they do it on the you know, part with the switches? And it's like, well, there's some very good reasons why we didn't do that. So I figured I needed to explain that. Okay. So again, this is the Seeker 3 Pro, even though it does not have the rubber grips like the standard Seeker 3 Pro. Obviously, this is a special edition of this light. So because of that, we decided to go away with the rubber grips, and then that way we could have more of the stripes on the body. Because if we put the rubber grips on here, you know, half the body of the light is going to be taken up by those grips, and you're not going to be able to see the stripes, which is, you know, a big part of the reason why we made the patriotic light, to have the stars and the stripes and the red, white, and blue. So I think we did a really good job. I think we did what we could do and still have it look good and still remain being classy and a nice product. Okay. So I think it looks great. Let's see here. Let me go ahead and also show you guys the Perrin Mini. So this is another offering that we have for this sale, again, starting tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We finally did the Perrin Mini in Desert Camo. We have tons of products in Desert Camo. And you know what? I'm looking at a few behind the camera. Let me grab them for you real quick. I'll be right back, guys. I'm coming back. Okay. I'm back. So I got a ton of Desert Camo lights in my hand right now. We got the Warrior 3 right here. You guys remember us coming out with that? The Marauder 2 looks fantastic in the camo finish. I'm sure some of the people watching us right now have this one. I also right here have the Warrior X3, an amazing light. One of the best, just like heavy duty tactical lights on the market. And then I also even have the Warrior X Turbo, which is the 1,000 meter beam distance compact thrower. So all of these lights that I'm showing you here are going to match the Perrin Mini as well. It's the same exact kind of camo. Obviously, it's kind of a splatter type of camo. So because of that, it won't be exactly the same from camo light to camo light. You guys know that already. But I think that's what makes it special, and I think that's what makes it fun. So just keep in mind, it's the exact same camo colors and pattern style. It's just going to look slightly different if you have some other camo lights, because they're all different. But that's what's going on. So I just wanted to show that to you guys to let you know it's the same Desert Camo as the other releases that we've done, which, as you can see, we've done quite a lot. Here it is right here, guys. Looks really, really good in the camo there. These have 1,000 lumens, which I find to be insane for a light this small. I mean, just look how small this light is. It's insane. It's the length of my pinky, right? So the i1R2 Pro is like half the length of my pinky, and then the Perrin Mini is the length of my pinky. So it also has the bead lens right there. So the bead lens allows us to have a very wide, spread out, open beam, which is what you want for a headlamp, because when you're wearing a headlamp, you want to be able to see all around you, right? Like you want to get that spill. You need that peripheral vision, especially if you're in the dark. So because of that, I think it makes sense to have a bead style lens, a wider style lens for something that's on your head. Because if it's on your head, you're going to be looking around, right? You're not only going to be looking straight ahead at one small target, you're going to be like looking all around, right? So because of that, I like the bead lens. Yeah, I mean, the Paramini is just a really wonderful light, guys. 1,000 lumens. We have neutral white and we have cool white for these. So you can choose. So keep that in mind as well. Neutral white and cool white. There's 2 versions of the Paramini that are available during the sale. And then we also have the patch that it will come with. So it actually goes inside of this patch, which is really interesting. So the clip of the light goes inside of this patch, and then you can adjust up and down with your angle, depending on how tall you are. If you want to look at something that's right next to your feet, or if you want to look at something that's more ahead, or if you want to look up at a tree, you can adjust the angle of all of that as well, which is a nice feature of this patch. Now, the way the patch works is it actually fits on, here it is. The way this patch works is it fits onto a headband that also comes with the Paramini. So then we have it like this, and we can just take it and put it on our head like that, okay? And then again, I can change the angle of it just like that, okay? So really nice headlamp, guys. I'm a big fan of the Paramini. I use one all the time at my house. The one that I have in my house that I use all the time is the orange one because it's so easy to see. I always use the orange one at home because I'm not going to lose it, right? And then I have the orange headband for it as well. But I use that every single day. When I'm looking for things, I'm doing things at the house. I was just using it when I was taking the scales off of the Drever right here to replace it with the patriotic scales. I was using my headlamp for it. So there's all kinds of uses for these. They're not heavy either. Like I can barely feel this on my head right now. So I think all around it's just a wonderful right angle light. I can't say enough good things about the Paramini. It really is a wonderful right angle light. So when you order yours in neutral white or cool white, keep that in mind. Neutral white's a really good color for a headlamp because you're not going to mess up your night vision. You're not going to blow out your vision. And also it'll show you a better true representation of what you're looking at with that warmer tint versus it being that cool white kind of blue tint. So you might want to look into the neutral white, guys, especially for a compact headlamp. It makes sense. Like it makes sense to have a neutral white headlamp. So you might want to think about that. You know, to the people who only have the cool white stuff, I get it. You want the brightest flashlights possible, but the neutral white is very useful with the right angle lights. So I'm just letting you guys know. As you can see, I just pulled this out of my pocket because I was carrying this the entire weekend and it was an absolute joy. So here we have the Drever. Obviously there's a lot of buzz around this right now with the new scales. This was the first thing to sell out for the Diamond Early Access and the regular Early Access. Again, you can purchase these scales just by themselves, or you can purchase a blue or a black Drever plus the scales, and that goes for around $75. Free shipping on our website is $49 or more. So if you do go with the Drever scale bundle, of course you're getting free shipping. I was saying last week that for me, I don't really want to sacrifice my blue Drever, you know, in order to only have the patriotic scales on it. And what I mean is, of course, I want my patriotic Drever because it's just awesome, but I still want my blue Drever. So because of that, even if you have a blue or a black Drever, if you have any other kind of Drever, if you like that knife and you like the way that it is, well, then don't modify that one, buy a new one, and then that way you can have both. So you can do what I'm doing right now, you know? So it's just something to keep in mind, guys. Just know that when you change those scales, when you do that scale swap, well, there you go. That's your Drever now. So then if you want to have your blue Drever again, you still have the scales, but then you're going to have to take it apart again. Maybe you put some Loctite in the pivot. It's going to be annoying to take it apart again. So I prefer to just set up my gear and then it's just the way that it is and it's ready to rock and roll. Like I don't want to be changing the scales all the time. So because of that, I went with just keeping the blue Drever, getting another blue Drever with the scales. Because I'm a fan of the stonewash blade here with the bright scales. But again, you could do the black version as well. I've got a black Drever right here, so you could do that as well. If you would prefer to have the black hardware, the blue clip, and then the black blade as well with the patriotic scales. The only point I'm trying to make is if you like your Drever, if you like the way it is, if you like the colors, then just buy a new Drever because you know you're going to like it, and then use that one to swap it over to the patriotic scales. But I will say this, it's a whole new experience with this knife. It's a whole new experience with these scales being aluminum. So let me show this to you on the smaller camera. The knife feels heavier and it feels more expensive. It makes the knife 100% feel more premium. Because of the fact that these scales are aluminum, okay? So you're getting that really solid feel, heavier feel. And then also the finish is, again, that matte finish. Like as you can tell, you can easily tell that it's not super shiny. Like that's obviously a matte finish. You can tell that even just from the camera, you know? So I like the higher weight and I like how it's the matte finish. There's one other thing that I want to show you guys. I apologize, Instagram. I'm showing all this stuff to Facebook and YouTube a lot more than you guys. I apologize about that. I know that you're here. I know that you're here. So there it is, guys. There is the blue Drever, which means that it's going to have the stonewash finish on the blade, but we're still getting the blue pivot, the blue thumb studs. But this one actually comes with the silver clip, which I think looks nice because the stripes here almost kind of have a silver-ish thing going on there. But yeah, I'm a big fan of that. One thing I do want to mention to you guys is even though the sides of the scale is a matte finish, the actual like inside of the scales is polished. So you got matte finish on the outside, but then on the spine right here, this section of the scales is actually polished. So I really like that. Do you see that, guys? Do you see how like here we got some polish going on and then here it's a matte finish? Again, it's the subtleties. It's the little things that make this so cool. And the fact that these scales are only $30, which is about half the price that the aftermarket scale companies like to charge. I've bought aftermarket scales for a couple of knives and they were like 50, 60 bucks on Blade HQ. I mean, it's no offense to them, you know, like do your thing, but I'm just saying these are very good, you know, in price and value. So I'm a big fan of these. It really is a premium feeling knife. It's been a joy to use this over the weekend. We've been moving some things around. So because of that, I've been opening boxes a lot lately. And this was really good at that this weekend. It's got a nice thin edge, perfect blade shape. It even has the finger choil so you can choke up on it. So I'm a big fan of the Drever and even better with the patriotic scales. Last thing I'll mention, guys, and then I'll take a couple questions and then we'll go ahead and jump into the giveaway. We do also have a deal on the original Odin Mini on the website, and we have it in black, and also we have it in tan, the one that I'm holding right here. The Odin Mini has white light only. This is not the version with the laser, so keep that in mind. This is just a weapon light. But the Odin Mini is a perfect size. It takes an 18500 battery, so it's going to be a lot shorter than your typical 18650 or 21700 battery lights. But it still has 1250 lumens, which is huge for a compact weapon light. It does have the tail switch right here, so you can use the tail switch if you would like, just like that. But if you want, you can use the included lock-on remote switch and then put it on your rifle. The Odin Mini comes with the M-Lock mount. If you do not have M-Lock, if you have an older rifle style, older rail style, we do offer a Picatinny rail mount as well. So if you have, for example, if you have Key Mod and you want to maybe purchase an aftermarket Picatinny rail piece, you know, they sell those. I think even Magpul sells them. All kinds of companies sell them. You could buy a Picatinny rail section, put that on your Key Mod rail, and then put this on there with the Picatinny mount. Otherwise, you could just put it on the top of your rail. A lot of people do that. Most rails, they'll have Picatinny going all the way, you know, from the bolt all the way to the front of the rail. So there's all kinds of things. There's all kinds of ways that you can actually mount these. I would assume most of the people watching right now have M-Lock, just because M-Lock's been out for a pretty long time at this point, and it's obviously the most popular system out there. So for the M-Lock people, you're just going to immediately be happy. But again, if you have Picatinny, you can buy the Picatinny mount and use it with that. So that's all I'm saying. Kaiser is a good knife, though. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so these are the Drevers produced by Kaiser. You know, obviously none of their branding is there. It's just completely OEM. But in terms of the quality of the knives that they're producing for the money, I think it's one of the best brands out there. A lot of knife companies, and look, this is no offense to the knife industry, you know, like obviously everybody needs to make money. Everybody needs to at least attempt to be profitable. It's hard to be profitable when we give you guys such big discounts. That's a different story, but I've noticed how knives are just getting very expensive. And I understand that, you know, a lot of it is due to titanium, you know, the type of the steel and all of that kind of stuff. But I mean, a typical nice pocket knife is going to be over $100, right? Usually around 150, 200 bucks when you're looking at getting like a nice quality pocket knife that you can use for years. And these are nowhere near that expensive. I mean, you can get the Drever with 2 scale options because you're going to get it with the G10 scales plus the patriotic scales, and it's 75 bucks. There's companies that are charging $75 for only the scales, and you're getting the knife plus aluminum scales and G10 scales for $75. So I think we're killing the market with these knives, guys. They're an incredible value. Take advantage of it. That's all I'm saying with that. Let's see here. Does anybody have any questions about this stuff? Again, we've got here, I'll do a quick rundown. So the Seeker 3 Pro in the patriotic finish. We have the Warrior Mini 2 in the patriotic finish. Of course, we have the Drever. I've talked about that a lot. And we're about to give away the patriotic I1R2 Pros. And then we have, of course, the Desert Camo Parent Mini. And then we have, again, the Odin Mini on sale as well in black and tan. And that's what's going on with this sale, guys. We do have some mega pack options. If you want to get all of this stuff for the best deal possible, just go with the mega pack, because all you got to do is click one button and then you've already ordered everything. You're going to get that free shipping. Make sure that you're logged into an account so that way you guys get all of the loyalty points for your purchase. Currently using the Seeker 2 to work on my car. It's a wonderful light. It's a wonderful light. That's why we keep making new versions of it, because the Seeker 2, the Seeker lineup in general is wonderful. Seeker 2, Seeker 2 Pro, Seeker 3, Seeker 3 Pro. You can't go wrong with them. They're all amazing. They're all super bright, reliable, rechargeable, great products. Gotta love the fidget factor. You gotta love it. I know. Sometimes I gotta catch myself. I'm like, oh, am I flicking this knife too much? Probably. But you can see just how smooth it is. I mean, there's people paying $300 for knives that are not this smooth. Look at the action. Like, all I got to do is just like tap the flipper tab with my finger, dink, and it just flies open, falls shut. And as you can see, It's not like the knife is loose, okay? The blade's not coming out of the handle. Yep, there's no side-to-side movement. There's no up and down movement. There's no movement whatsoever. It's just built correctly. So, anyways, there's everything that we have on sale for June. I apologize for just being kind of like in this video, but I had to get through all of that. There's a lot to talk about. Obviously, it's a really big deal because you can finally order them starting tonight. To the people who ordered for early access, and you weren't able to pick up these items because they sold out too quickly, tonight is your final chance. Again, I will mention this as well before we do the giveaway. These products will show out of stock on the website right now, but don't worry, they will be back at 8 p.m. Eastern time tonight. I will say this though, please say I didn't warn you when come Friday when I go live again and everybody's like, what the heck, it's sold out in 5 minutes. I'm telling you guys, this stuff's going to sell out very, very quickly. It's just going to sell out immediately. And I'm not just saying that, it's obvious. Diamonds sold out, early access, silver and up sold out. And then on top of that, we're going to have even more customers than the early access trying to buy these as well tonight. And I know we talk about this. I know we talk about this. So if you're in the community, if you're really involved with the Olight community, to you, it probably seems like most people have early access because the people that you're talking with about Olight online are also huge fans. So of course you both have early access. But in terms of the percentage of Olight customers who have early access compared to the people who don't have early access is like, this is the amount of customers that we have for early access. And like, this is the amount of customers that we have who don't have early access. So because of that, if something's sold out during early access with this many customers, imagine how fast it's going to sell out with this many customers tonight when we finally send out the newsletter to not only early access people, but to everybody, So that's something to keep in mind as well, is the early access is a really good indicator of what's going to happen during the main sale. And the main sale is always going to be more severe because early access is only a baby sample of our customers compared to all of the customers that we have. Just a little insider information there for you. I'm not talking about stocks. Shh. So there we are. Splint scales would be really cool. I'd like to see us come out with more scale options. We have a lot of knife models at this point. I've got a splint right here. Wonderful little compact EDC. I've actually cut myself with a splint before accidentally because it's so freaking sharp. So amazingly sharp, perfect little slicer. There's all kinds of ways to play with it. The front flipper is very fun on the splint. I got a lot of fun with that one. It even has the little like middle finger flick, just like that. The fidget factor strong on the splint. Anyways, that's a tangent. Let's go ahead and give some stuff away, guys. Let's go ahead and give some stuff away. Sorry, there's a lot going on. We did not expect this kind of feedback for this sale. So we're just kind of like blown away. We're like, whoa, okay. So if you have already ordered all of these products, thank you so much. We really appreciate it. It's exciting for us to come out with something and have it be just so incredibly popular. It's very exciting for us. I was talking with my boss last night, and we were talking about how we were like, hey, it is tough when we sell out so fast, but like, it's really cool, right? Like it not only gets our customers excited, but it gets all of us who work at Olight really excited, because there's all this buzz. So anyways, here we go. Mikey, whatever. I know you don't like the bongos, but whatever. All right, so the way that I do the bongos now, if you haven't been involved with these live videos in a while, I only do the bongos for giveaways. So when the bongos come out, it means that I'm giving stuff away. So how could you hate the bongos when I'm wearing the bongos, I'm giving away free flashlights. Come on. All right, guys. So the way that we're going to do this, I'll explain it, and then we're going to just start knocking these out. We're starting with Instagram, and then after Instagram, we're moving to YouTube. After YouTube, we're moving over to Facebook. So that's the way that it's going to work. The first giveaway is going to be Instagram only. So if you're on YouTube or Facebook, just chill out. Or if you want to, you could jump over to Instagram to try and win, right? So the way that we're going to do this giveaway is I'm going to pick a random number between 300 and 350. Whoever randomly guesses the correct number between 300 and 350, you will win. Just send me an email with your shipping information and we'll send out your free light. That's all it is. Okay. So again, if you say a number that's below 300, there's no way you're going to win. If you say a number that's above 350, there's no way you're going to win. It has to be between 300 and 350. I will say this to everyone watching right now. If I catch you guessing every single number, then you're not going to win. It has to be random guesses. So you can't say 301, 302, 303, 304. You can't do that. That's cheating. You have to actually randomly guess. That's the way that this is fair. Okay? So basically, I'm going to go ahead and start this up. I'm going to watch the screen like a hawk. And whenever I see the first correct answer that is in my head right now, you win. That's it. That's it. Anybody can win. There's no favorites. It's totally up to chance. So with that said, Instagram, here is your giveaway in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to start with Yoa Burt, who said 329, which is not correct. And now start guessing, guys. 300 to 350. Give me random, random, random. Okay. So I'm just sitting here. I'm just waiting, trying to see the right answer here. Oh my God, there it is. Perfect. That was awesome. Okay, cool. Let me just scroll back. Let me just scroll back just to make sure. All right, I'm just looking here, guys. No, that's not it. Yeah, it's you. So it's Bradley C23. Bradley C23. Woo! The correct answer was 322. Somebody said 323 before him, and I was like, oh my God. But 322 was correct. So congratulations, Bradley. The way that you can get in contact with me, man, is simply by sending me an email to Sean, which is spelled SEAN at olightstore.com. SEAN at olightstore.com. Please email with me with the best shipping address, and we'll set it up for you, man. Congratulations. Hopefully you guys are stoked about the sale tonight. Obviously you are with how well it's doing. Again, if you want to buy this stuff, please go into your iPhone or Android, go to your alarm application and set an alarm for maybe 7:50 Eastern time for whatever time zone that you're in. Set an alarm for a few minutes before the sale starts. So that way you can go ahead and get logged in, get ready, and then you can just refresh your screen when the sale starts, throw in your order, boom, bada bang, and then you're good to go. Okay? That's my suggestion on how to do it. So anyways, thank you so much, Instagram, and good luck tonight. And we will see you guys live on Friday. Peace. Awesome. Now we are on to YouTube. Everybody on YouTube is sitting around like, okay, when are they going to finish Instagram? Because I know when Instagram's over, it's time for YouTube. We got ready, Freddie. Let's go. Thank you, Nathaniel. Thank you. I like that energy. I know it's hump day. I know it's not Friday, but I feel like we can still get excited about the middle of the week, right? It's lunchtime. It's the middle of the week. Let's be happy. Let's be excited. We got the flash sale starting tonight. Let's do this. All right. So for YouTube, I have to explain. We're going 350 to 400. 350 to 400. If you say less than 350, there's no way you win. If you say more than 400, there's no way you win. You got to pick numbers in between 350 and 400, okay? We are starting it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're starting with Mikey. Mikey said 325, which was wrong. And just keep guessing, guys. Just keep guessing. Okay. So I got the number in my head, and let's take a look. All right. Don't mind me, guys. I'm just scrolling. All right. I'm still looking. Okay, there it is. There it is. So this is the first correct answer that I saw from scrolling top to bottom. The answer is 364, which is KMKM. So KM, congratulations. Woo! 364, baby. Woo! Congratulations, KM. Excellent job. GG's. Absolutely. GG's. Congratulations, KM. Again, please send me an email, sean@olightstore.com, and just let me know your address, and we'll send it out to you, okay? Awesome. Cool. Well done. All right. Well, as usual, thank you so much, YouTube. It's so fun going live with you guys. I will be going live on Friday. This is kind of a special live, obviously, because our sale's starting tonight. But you will see me on Friday, same time, 12:30 Eastern time. Of course, we're going to have more giveaways. It's going to be fun as well because we're going to give you guys updates on the shipping, on the sale. We can reflect on the sale. We can talk a little bit about what's going on in the future. So I think Friday is going to be a nice little live video as well. Of course, you're going to have another opportunity to win something too. So hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday. Hopefully I'll see you at the website tonight, olightstore.com, and have a wonderful day. And I'll see you all later. Peace. Awesome. All right.